The first thing that we're going to talk about, which I think was very exciting when it got revealed, but it's been a couple days, so I'm assuming most of you know this already. The funny thing is, and I want to reiterate once again, I did not have any knowledge of this prior, but this was revealed exactly on the day that I dropped my YouTube video about like the card price discussion, talking about like how Rarity Collection 1 had a huge positive impact on like staple card prices and all that kind of stuff, and then this dropped like 3 hours later, which was very funny. But yeah, Rarity Collection 2 got announced, which in my opinion is very, very good news. Because obviously the first Rarity Collection was amazing. There are some changes to the structure, I believe, because it is now 9 cards per packs. 9 cards per pack, and each pack will come with 2 secret rares, 4 ultra rares, and 3 supers, so you get more cards per pack. That might mean that the MSRP for it is going up a little bit. I don't know if the MSRP is information that we already have, I think, or if it's just something that people are already speculating, but it could be going up a little bit. It's $10 per pack. Okay, $10 per pack is definitely a household number, but I mean, you're getting more cards for it, so I guess it's not the end of the world. But we'll see how it turns out. The cards, the biggest question on my mind, and we're going to talk about some of the cards that they have already announced for this is coming out in May 2024. So 4 months from now, almost on the dot. It's the 25th of May. As of right now, we have the 23rd of January. So it's exactly 4 months, pretty much. The first Rarity Collection was such an incredibly good product because it reprinted so many staple cards that were previously a lot harder to find. Rarity Collection 2 is trying to fill some very, very large footsteps here. And the cards that have already been announced, for example, are hard to find tournament powerhouses like Access Code Talker and Magician Souls, which to be fair, that is 2 reprints that are pretty good. I think both of these cards are, while already reprinted, still not cheap at the moment, so that's pretty good. Silent Magician and Silent Swordsman are pretty much anime reprints, which we had some of these in Rarity Collection 1 just to make sure that everyone has some stuff that they like. You know, some anime enjoyers are also going to look for those kind of cards, sure. We have tournament mainstays like Droll Lockbird, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill, and Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. So most notably, some of the cards that were not included in the first Rarity Collection, because the first Rarity Collection, as to my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong here, because I'm not 100% certain, but the first Rarity Collection was a product that was initially released in the OCG, and then the TCG just copied it, the exact same cards, minus Maxi, right? So it was a product that was basically designed by the OCG, right? While Rarity Collection 2, does that have an OCG equivalent, or is this just a TCG decides what kind of cards we need in this rarity situation? Because I think that's what it is. I think this does not have an OCG equivalent. I think, like, from my understanding, this is something that they are just deciding to do in the TCG uniquely, and they're deciding which kind of cards are getting in reprint, which is cool. So they didn't have any wiggle room, for my understanding. They didn't have any wiggle room when it comes to Rarity Collection 1. They just had to copy the OCG product. For this one, they can just pick individual cards, which is very, very interesting. Now, obviously, cards like Droll Lockbird, Ghost Ogre, Ghost Mourner, Phantasme are also long-time staple cards that people are going to enjoy in high rarities. I'm looking forward to it, at least. So that's pretty cool. And like, Rarity Collection 1 was great, but it didn't have all of these, so that's good. And then also another relatively big deal here is we have the Interstellar field spell cards from the competitive Visa Starfrost decks. So we're getting a Reichphobia, Perlorhino, Wraithsoth, and Calarium reprint, which is actually pretty good. Because these have not been reprinted a single time yet, except for, I believe, Reichphobia was in the Megatins. But all the other planets have not been. So the first Pearl Rhino reprint, the first Wraith Soth reprint, and the first Calarium reprint are probably all gonna be in the Rarity Collection too, which is good. And then we have some other stuff. Like we know there's gonna be. I'm assuming this means there's gonna be, like they did with Eldritch in Rarity Collection 1, or Unicorn. They're saying the alt art Masquerena and Rescue Cat and I think Appaloosa also are in here. I think that also means that the regular versions are going to be in there as well, right? So the one large question I have on my mind is, are they gonna, like, is this product meant to kind of solve the Yu-Gi-Oh is very expensive right now situation? Like, are we gonna get, is it too soon for SP, Typhon, these kind of things, right? I don't expect it, to be honest. I think it's not gonna be in there. I'm not expecting it. Like, I genuinely don't think I'm expecting it. And then the next question in the line is this product still gonna be good enough without those cards? I feel like the answer is still yes. I think Rarity Collection 1 reprinting a lot of cards, there's still enough out there that they can put in here. I think one card that would be that could be in here is Thrust. You know, Thrust was just reprinted in Maze of Millennia. I don't think it's like too early, 4 months later, to have another reprint for Thrust that finally makes it good. Kurikara is another card. Chaos Angel. Like, it looks like a situation where there are still a lot of juicy reprints possible for Rarity Collection number 2 that are more realistic in terms of the time frame that they've been released in. Because I think I'm gonna be the one. I think no one is really expecting SP Little Knight to be in here because it's just a little bit too soon. But I think some older cards like Cyberstorm Axis, I'm looking at Chaos Angel, Dispatter, all that kind of stuff, because they have other cards from Cyberstorm Axis in here, like Peaceful Planet Calarium is from Cyberstorm Axis, same pack as Chaos Angel, same pack as Dispatter, so possibly something that they could choose to include here. Kurikara, even older, same set as Pearl Rhino, so there's some hopes for those kind of cards. Sprites could also finally get their reprints, right? Like, we don't have reprints for Sprite Blue. I'm not counting the ulti from OTS as a reprint because it doesn't really make it more affordable. But I think those kind of cards are likely to be in here, which is cool. So I'm expecting this to still be a huge product for Yu-Gi-Oh. Obviously, I've said it before, reprints are only like covering up the fact that some cards are too expensive to begin with, but still I would rather have these reprints than not have these reprints, so I'm very happy about this regardless. I'm hoping that a lot more stuff than what they're already mentioning in here is going to be in here. Like, I'm hoping for a large number of reprints, even though I'm not expecting SP Little Knight or anything among like the fire stuff in here yet. I think that's a little bit too soon for them. One thing that's worth noting, I haven't said it yet, but some of you have already mentioned it. All cards are different from the first Rarity Collection, so they're not going to throw another wave of Ash in here or something like that to make them easier to find. It's a completely different set from the first Rarity Collection, so not a single thing, right? But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I'm very excited for this. I think this is going to be great.